In the frozen West, a giant Apache warrior returns after decades to the woman he once loved but lost. Torn apart by society, bound by destiny, they reunite in a snowstorm. As old enemies close in, love becomes their final refuge. A tale of passion, sacrifice, and timeless romance unfolds. The valley was silent, buried under the weight of a snowstorm. The only sound was the relentless whisper of the wind carving its path through the mountains. Somewhere in the white wilderness, a shadow moved, a figure so large that it seemed unreal. Wrapped in only a thin leather cloth, his bare chest glistened with frost, his long white braids whipping in the wind. He looked less like a man and more like a phantom born from the snow. At the heart of the valley stood a lonely wooden cabin, its chimney coughing weak smoke into the night sky. Inside, an old woman stirred a pot of stew, her wrinkled hands trembling as though she sensed something outside. Suddenly, 3 heavy knocks shook the door. She froze. No one visited in this storm. With her lantern flickering, she inched toward the door. Each knock grew heavier, more desperate. When she pulled it open, the lantern light revealed a sight that sent a chill down her spine, a towering Apache warrior, his body scarred, his eyes burning with both fury and sorrow. For a moment, silence hung between them. Her breath caught. His lips trembled as though he wanted to speak, but only one word escaped. Anna. Her heart stopped. Nobody had called her that name in decades. She stared at his face, older, harsher, yet unmistakable. Memories flashed, the summer meadows, the forbidden love, the night everything was taken away. She whispered in disbelief. Eli. The storm outside howled louder, but inside, time seemed frozen. Why was he here? How had he survived? And more importantly, why had he come back now? Before she could gather her thoughts, he stumbled into the cabin, collapsing near the fire. His massive frame shook, not from the cold, but from something darker. Anna's mind raced. Was he here for love? For revenge? Or was this just the beginning of something far more dangerous? The snow outside didn't just hide him, it carried secrets. Secrets that were about to change her world again. The storm raged outside, but inside the cabin, another storm brewed, one of memory and unhealed wounds. Anna sat by the fire, her eyes locked on the giant Apache who once ruled her heart. He looked older, but the fire in his eyes had not died. He finally spoke. They told me you were dead, Anna. That they buried you in the churchyard. Her lips quivered. And they told me you had slaughtered men in cold blood, Eli. That you were banished from these lands. He looked away, his jaw clenched. They lied. All of them lied. And then came the flood of memories. She remembered the days when she was young, the daughter of a settler family, and Eli was the fearless son of an Apache chief. Their love was forbidden, yet they met in secret meadows, under sunsets, sharing promises of forever. But forever never came. The townsfolk called her a traitor, his tribe called him dishonorable. One night, torches burned, guns fired, and they were torn apart. She was dragged away screaming, while Eli fought with his bare hands, spilling blood to reach her. That was the night everything ended, or so she thought. Anna's eyes filled with tears. Why come back now? Eli's voice cracked. Because I could not die without seeing you once more. But I did not come alone. Her heart froze. What do you mean? At that moment, a shadow passed the cabin window. The crunch of hooves in the snow echoed outside. Anna's lantern flickered as dread washed over her. Eli rose to his feet, his massive body tense. They followed me, he whispered. Anna's stomach nodded. Who were they? Old enemies? Bounty hunters? Or something worse? The storm had not just brought Eli back. It had brought death knocking at her door once more. The cabin shuddered as the storm raged, but Anna knew it was not the wind that threatened her, it was the men outside. Through the window, she saw them, riders on horseback, rifles glinting even through the snow. They had come for Eli. Eli's hand tightened around the handle of a hatchet lying by the fireplace. His scars gleamed in the firelight, each one a reminder of battles fought and survived. Anna's heart raced. After decades apart, fate had reunited them only to throw them into the jaws of danger. "Run, Anna," Eli said, his voice deep and broken. She shook her head fiercely. "I lost you once. I will not lose you again." The door rattled as a heavy boot slammed against it. A voice bellowed from outside. "Give us the Apache, woman, and we'll let you live." Anna's hands trembled, but she stepped closer to Eli, wrapping her frail arms around his massive frame. "If they want you, they'll have to take us both." For the first time, Eli's stone-hard expression softened. He looked down at her, snow melting from his hair, and whispered, "Even in death, you are my home." The door burst open. Shadows stormed inside, rifles raised. Eli roared like a beast from the mountains, swinging his hatchet with deadly precision. The cabin became a storm of fire, wood, and blood. Anna screamed, clinging to him as chaos unfolded. The battle raged, but the numbers were against him. Eli fought like a legend, every swing echoing the fury of a man who had loved too deeply and lost too much. Finally, he fell to his knees, blood soaking the snow that blew in through the shattered doorway. Anna collapsed beside him, cradling his head. His breath was shallow, but his eyes never left hers. "Anna, we are free now," he whispered, a faint smile on his lips. Tears streamed down her face as his eyes slowly closed. The snowstorm outside silenced the gunfire, swallowing the cabin in white. When dawn broke, the valley was quiet once more. The riders were gone, leaving only broken wood and blood-stained snow. Inside, by the dead fire, Anna still held him, her giant Apache, her last love, forever bound in the snow. And so ended the legend, not of war or vengeance, but of love that defied time, society, and death itself.